Shalom, everyone. I came on today to talk about my need for speed. I used to dream about being a rallycross driver, a NASCAR driver, and all of that stuff. Never had the budget for it to attempt any of that stuff. So street racing was the way that I went. Whether I was just speeding up and down the highways, or racing in New Jersey at a place called Avenue P over by Newark International Airport when I had my Ford Taurus SHO, aka the Super Ho. I'm going to put a link down in the comments below about one of the stories in the SHO. Actually, it's a few stories all blended into one. But now today, as an adult, older adult, with two sons, with the concern that they might go down that path, it's very startling, especially the things that are going on in the news, like what happened down, I believe, in Texas, where someone leaving an event was flying doing 120 miles per hour, ran into another vehicle. Those two vehicles ended up flying in different directions, killing quite a few people. I think it was one adult male that was actually from New Jersey, and two kids that were out there by themselves, which that story is weird because their mother said that they were supposed to be going to their grandmother's house. Why are they walking down a highway to get to their grandmother's house? But that's not something that I'm going to get into, instead of her driving them there, if she even has a car. But that was another reminder of, wow, Yah has brought me through all of these things and saved me for something. When I was young and I was a Christian, before I walked away from that faith, I used to think that, everything that happened to me was for a reason, and that reason was for God reminding me that He is still there. When I was really young, maybe 6 or 7 years old, I stopped breathing for 45 minutes due to a major asthma attack. When I was 13 or 14, I think, or 12, I'm not sure, going to sing in a choir in Connecticut, and I had a grand mal seizure. The doctors couldn't figure it out. All they wondered was, why aren't you brain dead? Then other car accidents with family. Then I had a front anterior compartment syndrome on my leg, and they said, we're just going to have to amputate your leg, not even giving any other options beyond that. Then once they didn't do that, they said, you'll never walk again. You'll be walking with on crutches for the rest of your life. You'll be walking with a cane for the rest of your life. Then I transitioned back into playing football, semi-pro football, and then having an extensive fight career. So beyond that, that's where that story of the death of a Super Ho comes in. It was still a reminder from Yah that I needed to slow down, but without those experiences, I wouldn't be able to pass on this knowledge to my children that, hey, let's find a place that's safe. If you have the desire to do this, we can do this. But I don't want you doing that on the road, because there were crazy people out on the road doing that like me. And shoot, look at it just a year ago when I was a truck driver. I used to fly down the highways at 75 miles an hour, fully loaded at 80,000 pounds, which was unsafe, unhealthy, but running up against that clock. And still learning to slow down. People feel as though that I drive fast now. Like, you do? I'm doing uh 65, 70. It's like, yeah, but you're still driving fast. Like, I wonder what you would think when I was doing 155 miles an hour. Like, would you even be in the vehicle with me? Shout out to everyone that used to ride in the car with me when I was flying down the highway at those crazy rates of speed. But getting back to my thoughts now as my glasses are fogging up again. Uh, I am here for a reason. Hey, I wasn't meant to be taken out behind the wheel at those high rates of speed. Those are a part of my testimony for the man that I am here today. I lived on the edge. I've done everything in a vehicle except for rolling one. I've jumped over embankments like the Dukes of Hazzard. I've lost control, end up sliding down highways, doing 360s unintentionally, recovering, downshifting, and keeping going. It is, it has been always an eye-opening experience whenever I think about that part of my life, and I am grateful every day that I made it, I overcame, I was able to get that out of my system. Well, it took me losing my driver's license a couple of times, but still, I was able to get that out of my system, slow down, appreciate life more, and respect the roadways, respect physics, respect gravity, respect everything about driving a whole lot more. And it took me to 40 years old to finally say, wow, I made it. I've overcome just another thing, my need for speed, that addiction, that adrenaline rush. And it wasn't really an adrenaline rush. I felt normal driving fast. Driving slow, I felt like I had to be I had to be hyper vigilant because there were too many vehicles around me. If I was flying past everyone, I was totally fine. My aunt is in town right now, and she even said herself, because she got a speeding ticket recently, which is hilarious. She she used to feel awkward driving the speed limit, so that's why she sped everywhere. And she taught me how to drive, so I wonder how that works out. Well, also with my mother wouldn't let me drive, but my mother would speed everywhere that we went. Now, uh, I would always have smiles from the memories that I made with my grandmother before she passed away, and going back to the Ford Taurus SHO, the Super Ho. I would take her to go food shopping, and we would get on this highway called 280 that would take us from New Jersey to I mean East Orange to West Orange. Needed to move out the way. There's a vehicle coming through, and that I would be driving, and she would say, "Oh wow, these cars are going slow out here." But then I would look at the speedometer and 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 look like, oh, I'm doing 115 miles per hour, and she would just enjoy herself when she would complain about everyone else that would drive so much slower, or maybe she was just scared. I don't know, but that's the end of my rambling for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. I have so many more stories about my speeding escapades, if that's even how you pronounce that word. And uh, it is still a learning experience for me to be able to get rid of my childish ways. It took me 40 years to be able to do that and be able to recognize that that was wrong, even though I knew it was wrong then, but it was just comfortable. Now I am living a slower lifestyle, a more confident lifestyle that I don't need to be in a rush to get to where I'm going to. I can take my time. I can be at peace because not only do I have a wife now, I have a second son, something that I need to be more focused on and live for instead of risking everything to potentially die. But it's all in Yah's hands. I'm here. I'm becoming one of his humble servants, and I hope you are too. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace.